Into the red corner, representing Turkey, GUNERI ELIF.
So Elif GUNERI into the arena.
Into the blue corner, representing People's Republic of China, ZHAN YILIAN.
Her opponent is ZHAN YILIAN. So final moments of instruction in the corner of the Chinese boxer. Both of these nations among the 6 that have sent a boxer to each of the 12 weight classes being contested here in Nice. So Miss Tina Politan of Bosnia-Herzegovina is our referee as we prepare for bout number 203, our final bout of this 10th session here at the 14th edition of the IBA World Championships. So we're underway then. What a contest we have in store in the 81 kilogram plus heavyweight division between Turkey's Elif GUNERI, so much experience under her belt, a whole host of World Championship medals, her first appearance at the IBA World Championships going back to Barbados 2010, but a bronze medal in the 2014 edition in Jeju Island in South Korea, bronze medal in 2016, so many medals under her belt on the global stage. 2018 in India, it was another bronze, as it was in 2019 in Ulan-Ude. 2022, it was another bronze, but yet she has yet to claim top spot on the podium. Silver medal as close as she has come in that edition in Ulan-Ude, where she lost out to Zenfira Magomedalieva. Her opponent, wearing blue, is at the other end of the experience spectrum because ZHAN YILIAN is in her first global championships, the reigning Chinese national champion. So will GUNERI be able to demonstrate the considerable experience that she has amassed over the years? So beyond the halfway stage of the opening round, left hand landing with the inside of the glove from GUNERI. So ZHAN looking for that sneaky southpaw left as both boxers content to continue to operate behind low-held guards. Wonderful pot shotting from ZHAN to catch the advancing GUNERI. And again, GUNERI just a little disorganized as she ran into the flashing shots of ZHAN. Well, it's GUNERI who is seeking to be the aggressor here. Hitting on the break from ZHAN is a blatant infringement of the rules. Referee Tina Politan on that infringement in a flash. Right hand over the top, not too far away from GUNERI. And a clumping right hand landed on the bell during that exchange from the multiple World Championship medalist. Some of the action from the opening round. An example of hitting without reply. Being launched by ZHAN, but GUNERI did get some scoring shots in at mid-range. But it's a clean sweep of the cards for ZHAN Yilian. 10-9 for all 5 scoring judges in that first 3 minutes of boxing.
Second out. Round 2.
So moving to the second round, and Elif GUNERI conceded the opening round unanimously because of the effective pot shot clusters launched by ZHAN Yilian. And now she's, oh, that's a wonderful left hand landed by ZHAN. And you just get the sense that she's growing in confidence here now. Both boxers continue to operate in a characteristic low hand style. GUNERI attempting to nudge away with that right hand on the inside. Left hand on the disengagement, excuse me, right hand on the disengagement landed out of the southpaw stance by ZHAN. ZHAN in search of the 1-2. GUNERI's backhand not too far away, and a jolting left jab. Well, for my money, that should be a count, because the feet tangled, as they often do between the orthodox and southpaw boxer. But as we've seen earlier today, and as we've referenced in boxing history previously, it was a jolt. Oh, and a right hand from GUNERI. My goodness, she's getting some leverage into her punches through this passage of the round. But no knockdown scored for GUNERI, despite the fact that what sent ZHAN to the floor, in addition to having her foot stood on, was a really solid pile-driving left jab from the Turkish boxer. Right hand to the body is a scoring shot from GUNERI, and then brings another right hand and slapping left hook into play. So ZHAN just hasn't showed the same mastery of distance that she was able to establish throughout the first round and at the start of the second. Attempting a 1-2 to both head then body, only finding the defenses of GUNERI, who comes forward behind a double jab and right cross. So GUNERI just inaccurate with that attempted counter cluster of punches, but she did score with a left jab as ZHAN attempted to land a check shot by spinning off the line. Good left hook driven into the body by ZHAN. 10-second clapper imminent here at the Chayad Arena. So the second round in the books. Remember, the first taken unanimously by the Chinese boxer in blue. Started very well in the second round, but now how is that not a knockdown? Because I maintain it was a jab that sent her to the floor. And again, the feet may have tangled together down low, but it was a shot that hastened her trip to the canvas. But again, in IBA boxing, it's not an automatic 10-8 round. Remember, GUNERI conceded the first unanimously. And then the second round, it's a 3-2 split. So GUNERI's rally not enough to get her back to a 3-3 even scores of 2019. Instead, it is judges 2, 3, and 4 who have ZHAN 2018 ahead.
Round 3.
So we move into the third and final round. Semi-final action in the 81 kilogram plus heavyweight division. And the boxer wearing red, Elif GUNERI, whose first IBA Senior World Championship appearance came way back in 2010. Slapping right hand landed by ZHAN. But she conceded the first round unanimously. Was edged out in the second on a 3-2 split. But remember, if she can continue to compete and take this final round, well, it could take us into the realm of a bout review being required. Oh, beautiful left hook, right hand to the body from ZHAN. Continuing to keep her shape very effectively. So, some running repairs required as the head guard of GUNERI adjusted. She steps right back into the breach with some arcing punches, then working her way to the body furiously while ZHAN applied a headlock. And the referee speaking to ZHAN about that infringement of wrapping her opponent up while she was pinned against the ropes. So GUNERI continuing to compete spiritedly here. Remember, she needs a massive final round because she's trailing 20 points to 18 for judges 2, 3, and 4. Did fight her way back into the contest to level up the scorecards at 19 points apiece on the ledgers of judges 1 and 5. So ZHAN just a little inaccurate with that attempted lead hook. Perhaps as untidy as we've seen her all contest long. The final minute of this final round. So GUNERI rather telegraphing that forward foray. Sharp, straight punching combination from ZHAN, but only finding the gloves of GUNERI. And spinning off the line to good effect, leaving GUNERI chasing shadows was ZHAN. Nudging left uppercut turned underneath on the inside by GUNERI. Beautiful left hook to the body turned in by the southpaw from China. Closing seconds of the final round. And I don't think GUNERI has done enough to produce the big final round that she needed to try and force a bout review scenario here. And it was ZHAN Yilian who set her stall out to good effect out of that southpaw stance. And for my money, has boxed effectively enough to be going through to contest championship gold in this, her first international tournament for the People's Republic of China. Of course, we need it to be made official, but it was a very good display. Explosive at times, as evidenced by that beautiful check right hand there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from blue corner, ZHAN Yilian from the People's Republic of China.
So ZHAN Yilian declared a unanimous point decision victor over the evergreen Elif GUNERI of Turkey.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And at 37 years of age now, will we see GUNERI on the international stage again? Clearly, she has the desire and the fervor for the game. but having made a World Championship bout way back in the Barbados edition of the championships in 2010, at the 6th edition of the Global Extravaganza, which is often biennial but is sometimes annual. Well, she has been a magnificent servant of IBA boxing, and it is yet another podium finish